Hello boys and girls, this is your favorite YouTuber, your favorite teacher, your favorite camp counselor, your favorite all-around dude, Mr. Escobar here with another video. Alright, so today I'm actually in a very cool spot. I'm here in Downey, California. I've done this video before. This is the third time, so hopefully this time around I'll do much better. I'm feeling happy today because I'm here at one of my favorite spots that I literally grew up 2 miles away, no, about a mile away from here. So let me show you where it's at. Enough talk, let's move on. Enough with these intros. Like, I know I gotta work on it, okay? I will work on it. Drop a comment. All right, let's have some fun. Oh man, I just washed my car yesterday. This is what happens when you go to work. All right, moving on. So why am I excited every time I go to McDonald's? Well, it's not just any McDonald's, it's this McDonald's. And actually McDonald's right here, I'll show you the front side in a moment. But one of the unique things about this particular McDonald's is that marquee. Look how beautiful it is, you know? Hamburgers sold at 500 million. That's an old sign, your kind of place. That's an old slogan, but that is an old mascot, Speedy the mascot, which it's actually a shape. It's a real, like a cheeseburger, but it's like in a chef outfit. That was the actual first mascot for McDonald's. Let me show you the other side, because the other side looks pretty cool. Now, to give you an idea how big this marquee is, you can see that car right here. But look, if you just pan up, pan up, pan up, and there it is. It's huge. See, what's so great about this marquee, that it's been up there since 1953. And what's so big about this McDonald's at this location, right across the street from a Jack in the Box here in Downey, California? What is so big? What is the big deal? Who cares? It's just a regular McDonald's. Well, that's when you're wrong here. It's not just any McDonald's. It's the oldest operating McDonald's in the world right now. Imagine all those McDonald's around the world. I've been to McDonald's in Japan. I've been to McDonald's in China and Mexico. I've been to McDonald's in Texas, Hawaii, and every state I've ever been on. I've been to McDonald's. But this one here, this one right here, where I grew up literally about a mile and a half away from here, is the oldest operating McDonald's that's around at this very time. Now, this McDonald's was actually open on August the 18th, 1953. Birthday's coming up soon. And it was, again, this was one of the first franchisee that was open. Now, the very first McDonald's was open in San Bernardino, and the building's kind of still there, and they have a little bit of museum, but it's not a McDonald's anymore. But this is the oldest one ever built, and you know, it was highly successful, and it's been here ever since. Now, there was a couple of years where it was actually closed because there was the Northridge quake, and they were actually going to tear it down. Could you imagine tearing down this McDonald's over here? You see, there's actually a block away, there's another McDonald's. It's a modern McDonald's, and it's been there for years. And what they were gonna do is they were just gonna go ahead and close this one down. And oh boy, that was not a good idea. A lot of people from not only here in Downey, but all around the world came over here to protest that. And so what happened was, later on, after petition, it became a national American monument. So landmark, I should say. So this is a landmark that cannot be torn down ever, and it just happens to be a fast food restaurant, in this particular case McDonald's. Now, what's so great about this design of this McDonald's is that this is how the first, I don't know, hundreds of McDonald's look like, and including the one that I used to go to just back home, and a couple miles away there was another McDonald's that looked exactly like this. Every single McDonald's looked like this particular building, and it's so unique, and I'll tell you why. So back in the 50s and the 60s and the early 70s, all the McDonald's were actually made exactly the same way, with the big old arches right here. But what's so unique is that every single window, it's a window basically, so you can see everybody working inside the kitchen. There was nothing to hide. So that was one of their thing. as far as with all the fast food restaurant, even the modern day McDonald's, they don't really show you what's going on in the kitchen. But here, you can actually see the workers work and do exactly what they're doing to prepare your food. And they do it with joy and they do it with fun. That was the whole premise of you being able to look inside and see what was going on. So this is how they were. This is how every single McDonald's, doesn't matter where you were. But then later on, they just modernized it and just covered everything up. So this is one of the few left that you can actually see all the beautiful windows and see all the beautiful food that's being made. All right, so here's like one of the earliest cash registers. They got 2 on display here. And if you go to that building, there's a lot of cool stuff that they have in this particular McDonald's. It's actually a mini McDonald's Museum. Let's go check it out. Now, what's so cool is that you can go ahead and have your lunch, you know, eating McDonald's, and then checking out some of the memorabilia they have there. I love that 1984 Sam the Eagle McDonald's hat, which McDonald's had a big sponsorship during the Los Angeles Olympic Games. They got old toys, old mannequins. The mannequins are cool because they have uniforms from the 70s. So if you ever went to McDonald's from the 70s, this is how they look like. They got old pictures, you know, as far as with this particular McDonald's, pins. They got all this cool stuff. Oh, I remember these. These were given out for your Big Mac meal back in 1984 during the '84 Olympics. And yeah, this is the first mascot I was talking about. They got all these classic books over here, but look at this mascot. You see? Told you it was a cheeseburger. Now, these 2 doors are pretty cool. I believe they do have history as far as with the doors. I know I saw a plaque here, but these doors were actually one of the original doors that was on the headquarters at the time was in Chicago. So these are the actual doors, but check it out. Here we go. It really kind of all started with Roy Kroc over here. He's the one that convinced the McDonald brothers, who had that first McDonald's in San Bernardino, to go ahead and franchise. And Ray Kroc, the way that he met the McDonald's brothers is because he used to sell these mixers. These are the mixers which he used to sell to the fast food restaurants. He usually just sell one, but this particular McDonald's spot, the first one, they ordered 6 of them, so he had to find out for himself what was going on. And here's like original picture from the marquee. As you can see, it looks a little bit different now. You see how it says 19 cents, but that marquee is always been the same. And here they just show you a little bit more history. Here's one of the original basically menu here. 15 cents for a 19 cents for a cheeseburger, 10 cents for French fries. And if you want a Coca-Cola with that, it's gonna set you back 15 cents. Now, McDonald's is really cool with the commercials, and one popular commercial they had back in the days was Mac Tonight. You can go ahead and YouTube it, just put Mac Tonight McDonald's, and they had this guy singing in front of the piano Mac the Knife song, which was a Bobby Darin song, I believe, and it just kind of fit, and he was very popular at the time. This one was introduced in 1986 as one of the Mac Tonight, the commercial use, by the way. All right, let's go down the hallway here. Hey, look, really cool stuff over here, and you see a little bit more history. Here's a old newspaper clipping. Can't see the year. It looks like it's from the, oh, this is from 1980. But they have all these classic toys here. You know, the hamburger. Could you imagine a hamburger looking like that? And of course, they show you some ads on what McDonald's looked like. So yeah, it's like a mini, like I said, it's like a mini museum. Oh, look at that, the McDLT. Remember the McDLT? Now, what can you say about the McDLT? This is from the 80s. It was a good thing and it was a bad thing, because it's the McDonald's lettuce and tomato hamburger, which was pretty cool. It tasted really fresh, but the problem was, this is how they used to serve it. They used to put all the lettuce and tomatoes over here, one side, the cold side, and then they used to have the burger here on the hot side. And you're supposed to open this up and then put them together and make a McDLT. But the problem is, the container is styrofoam, and basically it was causing way too much trash in the landfills, you know. So people were up in arms. So after years and years later, they just did away with it, and that's it. No more big DLTs. So back in the early 80s, late 70s, you know, you can order a cheeseburger and you can also buy a tray and it costs very much. And they have different characters. My favorite being Grimace, of course. Mayor McCheese, Ronald McDonald's, and the Hamburglar, right? So cool. And then over here, let's say you bring a baby, you know, like you have the stool. They have baby stools basically, and this is what was on the actual baby stool when you go into McDonald's. So it's a lot of cool stuff. Look, a Ronald McDonald's watch, clock, not a watch because this is a watch. This is a clock, but this is a Gucci watch. This is just a regular watch. This is a Gucci watch. Gucci. All right, I'm flexing. Okay, moving on. All right, so this is pretty cool. This is where they have the first McDonald's manual. This is the very first one. I'm pretty sure, I don't know what edition they're in right now, probably 800 edition or something like that. But this was the actual first one. Look how the McDonald's look. See the arches? See the building, same design. Quarter pounder with cheese. Oh yeah, baby. So the reason why this building looks the way it does is because this was the actual picture of the very first McDonald's in San Bernardino. You see that? Not cool? So they made a replica of what it looked like from this one right here. First McDonald's. And talking about first, this is actually the very first Ronald McDonald. That's how he looked like. Kind of different, right? Here's another picture of Ronald McDonald. Not crazy. Hi, Ronald. All right, enough talk. Enough of this memorabilia stuff. Enough of all this history. Why am I really here at McDonald's? Well, obviously, I haven't been here in, I don't know, 3-4 years, I guess. You know what it's time for? It's time for me to have fun and get myself some McDonald's. Come on, come with me. Come with me, let's go eat some McDonald's. All right, so check it out. I just ordered my food. You know, here it is. I'm not gonna show you what I got yet. Yeah, so I haven't been at McDonald's in, I don't know, maybe like 4 years or something like that. I really don't like, you know, burger places except for like I don't know, not Wendy's is pretty good. Burger King. I know I stopped eating Burger King for a while, but that was my my thing back in days. But this one here, yeah, I used to love coming here all the time. This particular one here, because again, I only lived about 1.5 miles away, so a lot of memories, a lot of fun, you know, all the way up to high school. It was great. So let's see what I got. A Ronald McDonald's mystery book, The Hamburger Hunt. These were actually given out to children. That's unbelievable. All right, so I'm here with my buddy Speedy right here. Here's my food. Okay, so what did I get? Well, I was talking to one of my good buddies earlier today, and I asked her a question. What do you like from McDonald's? And she said, can you guess what she said? Can you guess what she always will order at McDonald's? It's no big deal. She loves Big Mac. That's what she loves. Now, I haven't had a Big Mac in such a long time. Let me see, does it look good still? I don't know, it's kind of tiny. Do you think it's pretty good? All right, let me take a bite and I'll give you my review of the Big Mac. Wow, that was pretty good. Pretty messy though. I can taste the sugar. There's a lot, you guys don't understand, there's a lot of sugar in these burgers. But otherwise than that, look at that. It's now falling apart now. It's messy. You want a bite? You want a bite? No? Maybe later? Okay. And of course, I also got my Diet Coke here. So I'm having a little bit, but there's something else I got. So let me show you what else I got. So to my friend who, she said that she liked the Big Mac. It was pretty good. A little bit too sweet though, because I can taste the sugar, but what does Mr. Escobar always get when he goes to McDonald's? Can you guess? Can you guess? Can you guess? That's right. I always get the Happy Meal. Oh, look. Check it out. I saw that movie with a bunch of people one time over the summer. I had a great day that particular day. If you ever want to watch a movie, check this one out. But anyways, I don't know about you guys, but I always opt for the Happy Meal. There's a cheeseburger in there. There's some apples in there. And I believe there might be a small cookie. I'm not quite sure. But otherwise than that, this is very important to me because at the end of the day, I just want to be happy. You know, never sad. Just always want to be happy. And this, no matter, I know it's junk food. I know it's not good for you. But like I said, I only eat once a day. So I think I can burn this off if I do a couple of push-ups or whatever. But this is the reason why I got it, because I just want to be happy. And I really hope that you want to be happy too. Oh, pretty cool. Look, I got Daphne from Scooby-Doo. That's cool. All right. I love Daphne from Scooby-Doo. Awesome. See, I'm already happy. Okay, boys and girls, that's gonna do it for today. Thank you very much for joining me on my breakfast, lunch, and dinner here at McDonald's in Downey, California, the oldest one operating right now. Be good to yourself, be good to your friends and family. Always love one another, always be happy. And just to make sure that everybody understands in this whole entire world, I, Mr. Escobar, is the greatest man that ever lived. Okay, until next time, I'll see you guys later. Bye. Oh, Grimace, I love you. I really love you. Grimace, you're my favorite.